It has been a very stretched out day, and I'm so excited to go to bed tonight. It is like the only thing I'm thinking of, and like there's not a lot of things I'm thinking of right now. I had work until 2 a.m. last night, and I had work this morning. Not to mention, I quit my job that I have had for 3 years. Oh, and yesterday I made tomato soup, which is heating up in the microwave and is ready for me to eat. Yeah, I've worked at this bakery for 3 years, and I'm just kind of really sick of it, as we know. I have another job. I have 2 other jobs now, plus this one. I gave them my 2 weeks notice because I didn't want to be hated by my manager. I also took it really nicely. As I said in the last video, like, telling your boss that you are quitting, it's like freaking breaking up with someone, which is so awkward and just uncomfortable. But it hasn't been uncomfortable at work, and that was the thing that I feared, was after resigning in those 2 weeks, like, everyone acts awkward. It doesn't feel that awkward. This, I put condensed milk in it, but I put too much, so it's just like sweet milk. And I used rooibos tea because I didn't want caffeine, because I want to go to bed at like 7:30 tonight. That is the aim. That is what we are going for. Okay, I'm going to get my soup now and I'll show you guys it because it's so good. Also, I don't have a grilled cheese, which I know is always necessary when you are having tomato soup, but I don't have it. Oh my God. I have added truffle oil and just tons of salt. The weather is so gloomy, it's so bad, which is really great for the mood that I'm in. And my family are coming back today. They've been away for a week. It's just been my brothers and I, so I'm quite glad, because I do not like to be the person that cleans up after my lazy brothers. I don't know how hard it is, but sometimes it feels like it's more energy to tell them to do something and to keep pushing for it than to just put their pan away myself, you know? Guys, it took me like, I think, an hour to get clean, because one, I had to get the butter out of my hair, the alcohol from like touching my hair after pouring a shot, the smell of cigarettes from the bar. What else? I also have been so exhausted this past week. I don't know what it is. I think it's the change. I can't deal with change. I can't do it. Like, it sends me into a spiral. It's like it sucks the energy out of me, and that goes for anything. That can go for minor change or major change. It can go anything. Like, I think I'm still processing the fact that I'm not in high school and that I'm never going to have to go back to high school, and that's a routine in itself. And now that I'm swapping jobs, it's like another change. So I was kind of anyways, what I'm saying is, like, shaving my legs and was just the last thing on my mind. But at the same time, I have a thing with itching, and my legs, when they grow out, I just feel so disgustingly itchy, and I have a feeling that it changes my personality. Like, of course it would. If you're irritated, you're going to act in that way to others. Anyways, I've started a new Puberty Blues watching kick. The show, though, I haven't watched the movie. If you guys don't know, Puberty Blues, very famous, based on a book, and it's about Australian teenagers way back. I don't actually know when it's set, but I just know it's a long time ago when things seemed kind of crude. And I remember the first time I watched it, I was probably 12, maybe a little bit older. But I don't think that was watching age. Or maybe it was just like the actual contents within it are so that there's a lot of assault in it, which is on a spectrum, and it goes pretty high up that spectrum. And I think that's what really got me, because they actually show some of that happening, and it was just like, oh, that's like a section of it, but that's not the whole premise of the film series. I'm not really making it sound great. I think I've just convinced myself out of watching it. I'm gonna go to bed because I have work at 6 a.m. tomorrow. It has been such a long day. I know I've been lazy and I've been boring in this video, and I don't mean to be. But I'm also aware that there's too many hours left to go before I have to go to work tonight. So I'm trying to like find things to kill time, but I'm trying not to spend too much money. I went to the bookstore and I got breakfast at Tiffany's. I haven't watched the movie, which means that this isn't spoiled. So I actually have no real clue what this is about. I just know that Audrey Hepburn is in the movie, so the book's got to be even better. A glimmer of excitement of 40s New York, Holly Golightly, who is beautiful. Okay, so she's just a bit of a player. So I'm excited. I love stuff like that. There's a lady coming up the street. I don't know, I'm gonna figure it out. It's a bit too windy to talk right now, but hold on. See, if I go the other way, then my forehead's even more revealed and can't have that. Okay, I did make a pit stop because I've been out of matcha for 2 days and I decided to go grab some. 2 matchas, a thing of chocolate, and a freaking kombucha. $68. I don't know how all these like rich, healthy people do it, but I have finished more than half of it. It's so good. It's orange and chili. Oh my god. And it is actually spicy. And then I got watermelon and mint kombucha, but you can't really taste it. I know I've been saying for like yonks that I want to start reading and that I am reading and but it feels very momentary, and it feels like almost I'm convincing myself to do it, and it never sticks. It's almost like a chore. But I've decided, because I'm just worried that I'm gonna get dumb. I don't want to get dumb. You know, now that I'm not being forced to read and do school assignments and write and all of that crap. What do they say? The brain is a muscle. I don't know how true this is, but in order for it to grow, you have to exercise it. I don't know if it actually is a muscle. That could just be like a saying. Maybe it's a metaphor, but nonetheless, it makes complete sense. And I just feel like I'm losing my mind just watching TV and talking to customers all day. So I'm gonna stick with it. And when I got to the bookstore, I was like, okay, Izzy, we're only buying one book. Because I really wanted to buy Stanley Tucci's biography, and I decided against it. I think my next genre that is calling to me is probably plays. And I watched a video essay the other day about the role of cannibalism in old literature, and I thought it was so cool. So maybe I'll look into some of those ones. And she linked love to cannibalism, because there was one scene in the play where the mother's sons are killed by a man, and the man puts their bones and their blood into pie and feeds it to her, and she just keeps eating when she finds out, because it's like, to consume them is to put them back into the safety of her body like they were when they were babies. I don't know, really cool. I'm gonna actually read now because I don't have much time before it gets dark. My hair's all a mess now. You know, I've thought about this, about how absolutely unfit I am when it comes to cardio. Like, I go to the gym and I lift weights and stuff, but to get me to go to, I just don't know what it would take for me to go for a run. And then yesterday, usually I do legs Mondays and Fridays, but then I thought to myself, like, when I skip Fridays because I'm like sick or just dead or I am somewhere else, my Monday workout I always do properly. But if I do Mondays and Fridays, I just like don't have the strength or anything to do my Friday workout. So I've now decided to stop my Friday workout as a whole and just go really hard on Mondays and try to up my weights, because I haven't upped my weights in like months. But then of course I thought, oh, I have to compensate with something else to still feel as healthy. So I thought about running. I did very short distances when I was younger, back in Singapore, until one day I tripped twice in a row in one run, and it was so painful that I was just like, no, never again. And I just never went back. I'd also like to note that I would have loved to have stayed on the beach for longer, but everyone left, and by everyone I mean the three, I think, girls that were there before me. And then a man came down. He didn't do anything, completely harmless, but then another man came down and he just kept staring at me, and I was a bit concerned, you know. I know I shouldn't be such a cynic, but like, you know, at the bar, I'm made aware of how some guys can be. So I'm just like I'm on alert at all times now, which I wasn't before. And then as I was walking towards the boardwalk, wait a second. How do I display this? I'm here on the rocks. He's here. Boardwalk's right in the middle, close to him. So I had to like go in his direction, but I wasn't looking at him. And when I was sort of trying to look mean, but it doesn't work. And he was walking my way, looking right at me. And then an older couple with the two dogs came down and he started walking the other way. But then as they were walking out, it felt like he was still trying to come into my direction. He was doing circles as I was about to go up the stairs. But I mean, if that was even what was happening, I don't know. But, you know, it seemed like he eventually decided not to. Also, I picked up a left Canadian Club bottle and there were ants on it. And I was like, oh no, the ants are gonna get me. But I have to pick this up because that would be rude of me not to. But no, I think that they were drunk. Is this camera foggy? Sorry guys. Okay, that's better. Yeah, they were just like, they were gathering, they weren't coming to me at all, so. None of that. Oh, okay, the man's coming. Okay, I'm gonna leave.
No, I'll do that tomorrow.
You know, it's occasionally some beef tallow if you like